Hey guys, how you doing? Ron here with Site Survey Pros. I just want to give everyone a quick update for those of you who were looking at joining our contractor installer group for wireless site surveys and network cabling and other IT contractor or similar contract positions here. Most of it, like I mentioned, it's still the same categories. The site is still focused mostly on structured cabling and wireless site surveys, primarily wireless site surveys. So anyways, just an update for this. We had to revamp, we had to change the theme of our website from, I think it was called Service Directory to a Listify theme, just because some of the functionality didn't make good business sense. Like we wanted to make it easier for you guys to just add your listing and then we approve it in the back end. And then you can kind of go about, doing uploading your images, adding your links to your profile, adding your phone number, and etc. So that's just an update there. Otherwise, it's still going to look the same. We still get the same amount of impressions per city for certain services. Like I mentioned, the two most popular directory listings are wireless site surveys and network and data cabling. Then besides that, we have barcode scanner repair because we get calls for that, and then warehouse management system software, just because with wireless site surveys, they kind of go hand in hand if you work in the AIDC environment. And then always, when you're doing wireless access points, you always have the opportunity to do the network and data cabling. And then if you don't, you outsource it. So this is a good complement to all four of these, especially if you're in AIDC. But anyways, this is how the new website is going to look. It should be done. My developer is saying, my team is saying it should be done today, but I say probably a week. So if you want to search for a contractor, let me just give you an example. This is all integrated with Google Maps API, so it's very accurate now. So when I go to location, as I start typing in, this is actually using Google Maps development API, so very accurate. And then you choose your category, network cabling, and because we haven't loaded anything, nothing is here. So as you can see, it's a lot easier. So if someone's looking for a contractor within your city, let's say in Toronto, and they don't find it, then they could always expand out, or they could pinch the map if they're on mobile, or they can kind of zoom in, zoom out on the Google developer map. So very intuitive, very easy. So like I mentioned, it's going to apply the same rules. If you're a contractor for cabling, we're only going to allow 2 contractors, and it's going to use the bump off method. So meaning it's seniority. So that's why it's important to get on this list as soon as possible. And the people who have seniority are the people who have registered for the course or that is paying for a monthly fee, the monthly subscription. So if you're either paying for the monthly subscription or have bought the course for our lead generation for IT contractors and cabling installers, then your listing can stay. But for now, it'll be free. So for example, let's say you're in PA, in Pennsylvania. PA is a big state. You've got you got Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, right? So in Pittsburgh, we could have 2 contractors here for cabling, 2 contractors for wireless site surveys. And then Philadelphia, the same thing. 2 for cabling, 2 for wireless site surveys, and that's it. Now let's say both of these are free, and then one person or one company wants to pay the $99 per month, then one of them gets bumped off. But like I mentioned, there's only going to be 2 contractors. Let's say that 4 of them wants to pay. It's all about seniority in this case, in this event. So anyways, that's how the site is going to work for now. Like I mentioned, for example, let's say you're in Toronto. Toronto's another big city. We're going to divide this by a kilometer radius. So in Toronto, it's going to be like the greater Toronto area. Some of the cities that'll be covered, that'll be allowed is like Mississauga, maybe Markham. Markham is going to be like the York region. And then you can have like the London Waterloo region. And the same thing applies for example, like let's say we go to California. Or let's go to Texas. So Texas, you got Fort Worth, right? And then you have Amarillo. So we'll just section it off as Amarillo, and then we might go down to the San Antonio area, Houston area, Fort Worth, right, etc. So that's how it's going to be divided, right? And then as we grow, it'll be case by case. So that's why it's important. Add your listing. It's free for now. As we get more hits and more website traffic and more visitors, because our marketing team is just constantly putting up blogs, doing SEO, just so your customers can search for, when your customers look for a network cabling installer in Austin, Texas, you guys come up. So it's important to get on the list. Add your listing, pretty easy. Come over here. And then all you have to do is create an account, sign in, and then you just add your listings. Once you get signed in, then you can start modifying everything. You could put your cover image, your gallery images. I'd recommend putting some images of your office, put in your logo, your hours of operation, select your category, right? So if you're network and data cabling, and then your listing region, right? So right now, like I mentioned, it's still in development, so we're going to put it on our regions. If you don't see your region, just let us know and we'll add it there. So like I mentioned, it's free for now. As we grow, just continue to ask us questions in our Facebook group. You can come over here for the link to our Facebook group. It's right here. So lead generation on autopilot, sitesurveypros.com. And in order to join our group, you need to state your company and your website, and then just let us know if you're into wireless site surveys or cabling. So anyways, that is it for our website update. I just wanted to give everyone, because I've had probably about like 5 emails yesterday asking us about when the site's going to be ready. So anyways, that's the updates. I'll provide another update. Our development team's just been a little bit slow. So anyways, guys, stay safe out there, and I'll speak to everyone soon. Thanks.